Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
Tonight, he is eagerly awaiting a verdict in a first-of-its-kind case in Florida. Tampa's Joe Redner, a stage 4 cancer survivor, is spending thousands of dollars fighting for what he says is his state-given right. News Channel 8's Jen Holloway joining us now live in Tampa with that story.
Plant growing or not and the seeds thereof. And I want that right. It's my right, it's my medicine, and I want it.
And one other lawsuit against the state is coming recently from a company called TruLieve. It's a dispensary that says the state is stifling its opportunities to build more dispensaries throughout the state. In Tampa, Jen Holloway, News Channel 8.
Judge, Joe Redner can legally grow his own marijuana. Justine Griffin. More articles. Published, April 11, 2018. Updated, April 11, 2018 at 1:39 p.m. Leon County Circuit Judge Karen Givers has ruled that Tampa strip club owner Joe Redner has the right to grow his own marijuana. The ruling, released Wednesday morning, applies only to Redner, 77. The Florida Department of Health had said Floridians are barred under state rules from growing cannabis for their personal use, including those who are legally registered as medical marijuana patients. But Redner and other critics across the state say the health department continues to create barriers for more than 95,000 registered patients in Florida that could benefit from marijuana. Redner is a stage 4 lung cancer survivor and a registered medical marijuana patient. Previous coverage: could Tampa's own Joe Redner shake up the medical marijuana industry? Under Florida law, plaintiff Redner is entitled to possess, grow, and use marijuana for juicing, solely for the purpose of his emulsifying the biomass he needs for the juicing protocol recommended by his physician, Givers said in her ruling. The word solely is bolded and underlined for emphasis in the document. The court also finds that the Florida Department of Health has been, and continues to be non-compliant with the Florida constitutional requirements, the judge added. Redner's attorney, Luke Lerott of Clearwater, said the judge was right to castigate the health department for being a barrier to medicine. Because the ruling applies solely to Redner, no other registered medical marijuana patient in Florida has the right to grow their own cannabis. But Lerott says Redner's case does provide a usable approach for other people whose doctors will certify that this is of value. The state will file to appeal the ruling, which would block Redner from growing his own marijuana right away. Lerott says his first order of business will be to try to lift the stay that prevents Redner from growing and juicing marijuana during the appeal process. The appeals process likely won't begin until late this year or even early next year, which could delay Redner's ability to grow and juice cannabis. In January, Givers denied a motion by the Florida Department of Health to dismiss Redner's case. The judge also denied Redner's motion for an emergency temporary injunction, which would have allowed him to grow marijuana plants during the court process. But she described Redner's plea in the case as constitutional in nature, which allowed it to move forward. In the Wednesday ruling, Givers says that health department has still not complied with the Constitution, and until it stops violating its constitutional duty and mandated presumptive regulation, the evidence clearly demonstrates that Redner is entitled to follow the recommendations of his certified physician under Florida law. During a short, non-jury trial for the case in March, attorneys representing the health department warned that Redner's case could open the door to more potential lawsuits over the amendment's language. Several lawsuits have been filed against the health department, but none other than Redner's has specifically challenged the state agency's interpretation of the amendment's language. But Redner says this means other patients should be able to challenge to possess their own plants, too. With this order, patients can go to their doctor now, and as long as they have a good enough reason to need to possess a plant, be it because they can't afford the medicine at the dispensaries, as long as they have a recommendation, anyone should be allowed to grow, Redner said. The cat is out of the bag. There's no way to stop this now. It's steamrolling. Contact Justine Griffin at jgriffin@tampabay.com or 727-893-8467. Follow at SunBizGriffin.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.